customer doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your product. They only care about their own needs. How are you going to break through and get their attention? You have to solve those needs first. The important thing to realize with marketing today is that the script has flipped. In the past, we focused on selling a product and service, and all our marketing revolves around that product and service. And that's the exact wrong way to go about. What if you think about it from the opposite way? What if you said, look, what we want to do is build a relationship with a group of people, customers or audience, whatever it is. Well, how do we do that? We deliver them valuable information. You can do that through your website. You can do that through an email newsletter. You can do it through a podcast. You're not selling anything in those channels. What you are is you're building relationships. And if you deliver value every single day, that group of audience, they will come to know, like, and trust you. And then when they know, like, and trust you, then you can sell all the stuff you have to sell. And that's what you're seeing the smart, innovative companies do today. So there's a really great example in Hamilton, Missouri. Small business, they sell quilting equipment, and they were looking for a way that they could expand their reach, but it was very difficult to do that by just talking about, oh, we've got these great quilting supplies, you please buy them. Well, nobody's going to pay attention to that, but what they created was every week they would put on a quilting tutorial and teach people how they could create quilts quicker. So they created a video and then another video, and after about a year, they had over 200,000 subscribers. They went from a small couple $1 million a year business to selling over $40 million a year. It's a quilting supplies company. It's amazing. How did they get to be this big? Just through consistently delivering value through YouTube. One of the biggest mistakes that businesses make is they feel they have to be everywhere. I want to do the podcast, and I want to be on LinkedIn, and I want to be on Twitter, and I want to be on Facebook. Well, you know what's going to happen? You're going to be at best mediocre at all those things. And the thing is, to break through all the content clutter, you have to be remarkable. So it goes back to asking yourself, if you stopped creating all the content you create, would your customers notice? It's a tough question, right? Most people have to answer that honestly and say, my customers probably wouldn't notice if I stopped sending my email newsletter. That's a problem. We want our customers to miss our content. But what happens is most organizations just create a mountain of stuff, of meh. It just basically keeps us busy. It's not making an impact on our customers. It's doing nothing. You've got to make some decisions, and strategy is all about saying no. So what I want you to do is start saying no to some of those things that you're doing lackluster. Just get rid of those things, because we can't be mediocre anymore. So let's say somebody wants to build an audience. So what we want to do is we want to figure out what is our sweet spot. So on the one side is, what is your expertise? And you have to match that against what is your audience's desire? Who is your audience, that very specific audience you're talking to? And then what keeps them up at night? What are their pain points? And then bringing those two things together creates that sweet spot that you could actually start talking about something. And then what is that hook, that point of view, that differentiation that you can do to break through all that content clutter? Then you can choose what platform you're going to do it on. So for example, if you've got people that are really good on the radio, maybe it is a podcast that makes sense. If you've got people that really look good on the television screen, maybe it's a YouTube video. But you've got to figure out, why will this story resonate and break through all the clutter? And then you can figure out where you're going to publish. The bottom line for you to start, really figure out the pain points of your customers, and then just do one thing. Focus on one thing, be great at it, build an audience there, and then once you build that audience, then you can move on.